What's going on to all my Leos out there? So you have the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the High Priestess. You have the Death card, the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, okay? Page of Pentacles, and last but not least, the World. Okay. All right, so let's get into this. So back itching. So um you have the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. So the precedent for this video, right, that I'm getting so far, precedence for this video that I'm getting is how a lot of you Leos tend to be, let me see if I can pull this. A lot of you Leos tend to be in a situation right now where Two of Cups, is it? Wow, okay. You have someone right now, Five of Pentacles, you have someone where things didn't necessarily work out between you and them, right? Five of Pentacles, you went out because this relationship was very adversarial. You and this person didn't work out. It was always mental gymnastics. A lot of stuff went on. Two of Cups, the High Priestess. This represents the relationship that I was just talking about that did not work out. And the High Priestess is these people not wanting to take no for an answer. Part of it too is there's a chance that you may, what ended the relationship, or part of what ended the relationship, is them following you around, right? um that has happened before. I'm not even gonna lie, that has happened before. I've got people who still follow me around to this day, and when they're in your face, they talk to you so much about how you're nothing. But then when you leave, right, they're the ones that's popping up here and there and there and everywhere it is that you're going. And I don't know, but that's what they're doing. And you may have found out about it, you may not have, but either way it goes, you have the Death card. You walked away from this, regardless of whether you knew before just how deep the rabbit hole goes or you didn't know. You still walked away from this. It's just that now you know because you're here on this reading. Congratulations if you made it. um yeah, you transformed, you left this person alone. Then you have, excuse me, then you have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is that you realize that you're better off not being with these types of people, specifically this person, but these types of people. Okay. um this person was possessive, still is, uh tried to tell you what it is that you can and cannot do. uh you know and that ain't gonna fly. You know what I mean? That isn't gonna fly because you're Leos. So that isn't gonna fly. A lot of times Leo get flack for not being bright, or kind of just being happy go lucky to the point where they're not the brightest bulb on a tree, right? But I wouldn't say that, because from my encounters with a lot of Leos, they are very bright. It's just that, I mean, they're ruled by the sun. It's just that the thing that with Leos is kind of like Geminis, they basically couch their intelligence or what they know in humor. So it's like, so they're almost like the kind of like the drunken master, right? Like with Jackie Chan, where it's like these are people that yawn when you're trying to tell them something, and they make it appear that it's boring and this, that, and the third. When they've got some things going on, you know, yeah. And then things that you have the Nine of Wands. So you had the Ten of Wands, and then you step down. The numbers step down to the Nine of Wands. Okay. And the Nine of Wands represents just continuing to work on yourself, thinking about thinking about what you did correctly, what it is that you did incorrectly, and what you can kind of brush up on next, right? Um, the Six of Pentacles now represents this being a situation where, again, you're looking for reciprocity. You're also you're looking for something that's different than what a lot of mainstream outlets and Instagram people try to make it seem like, right? With all of these trips and all this other stuff, these people going out and they doing all these trips and they're just going on vacation, and they're not even really going for any kind of business. No real solid purpose. They're just going around just to be like, oh yeah, I was here and here. Yeah, but you don't even have real business there to say that you can kind of balance that out with pleasure and business, and you know what I mean, kind of match that. It's just about, oh well, I'm going to Sweden, so I'm just for the sake of going to Sweden, and it's like, but they like what, you know what I mean? Like, you can have Swedish food here, like you can have the gummies. The gummies is called the Swedish fish. Like, what are we talking about right now? So why are you going there? If Are you just going there for the food? You know what I mean? And a lot of you Leos, you don't want to have to go. How do I say this? You Leos don't want to have to go around the world to find something, right? You Leos are thinking about something simplistic, right? If you do things, if you go travel, if you do anything, it's for a purpose. You're going to be conducting business as well as having fun. And a lot of you Leos are not going to be worried about what other people think. And the way that a lot of you Leos are very much so underground. And what I mean when I say underground is, you know how they say mainstream versus underground, right? A lot of you Leo's mentality is now about um being underground, like it's underground. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the things that would be considered um trendy or fitting in, a lot of you Leos understand for yourselves that if you really want somebody and you want somebody to be in a relationship with them, it can't be like the mainstream version of what people claim love is. The lovers is, you realize that what most people consider love to be is really going to get you caught up out here, which it is. Because again, they're not even positioned in the correct place. These two people aren't even positioned in the correct place. First of all, orange is a left-hand path color. Now, if they're facing you, right? And this is why I say this. If they're facing you, which they are, right? Just like I'm facing you. Which one is my right hand? This is my right hand. This is my left hand. So orange is a left hand path color, but why is it on the right? Vice versa with green. Green is a right hand path color. So why is it on the left? So what it's saying is that this mainstream perspective of what love is, where they got to go out and buy you a Birkin bag and all this stuff for you to be happy, where you have a price tag on love. But I thought the expression was you can't buy love, right? So a lot of you Leos understand that something is wrong, and you understand that you're not going to do what most people from the past have told you or suggested for you to do. A lot of you Leos are starting to wake up to the fact that a lot of the things that you realized from the past that people may have told you, even older people, was BS. So now you have the Page of Pentacles in the world, which represents so you're thinking about you're thinking about this great big open world, right? This new possibilities, this new version of manifestation, because you're starting to look at the world differently now, bigger, wide, right? um Grand, without being grandiosely delusional. And the thing is that the the Page of Pentacles is about also studying up, because potentially some of you could be going out of the country to meet people, get to know people, date, but with real purpose though, business, things of this nature, because you did get the World, which can deal with traveling as well. However, it also, if it doesn't represent that, it can also represent just this overall perspective of understanding that you don't have to stay in one area, right? You can kick it. Like for me, for instance, when it comes to dating, like I said, I did a lot of that stuff. I've went to Connecticut, Washington D.C., talked to different people from there, Trinidad and Tobago. I've been there 3-4 times, talked to people there, right? Try to holler at some honeys, so to speak, over there, these different places. So it's like I've literally traveled, and as I've traveled out, yeah, I was handling business, you know, conducting some things. My family wanted to take me with them, handling some business, right? Doing some things. I'm not going to say exactly what, but at the same time, talking to some of the people there, right? Some of the people that caught my eye, if you know what I mean. And you're not limited to your neighborhood, Leo. So that's another element of the world too. So let's clarify the world card. Kind of, it's, I'm gonna be real with you, it's kind of the centerpiece, even though it's at the end. You have the Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and you have the Eight of Swords. So to clarify the world, so the Eight of Wands is that don't be surprised if word gets around where people see you kind of walking out with your suitcase, right? Not a suitcase, you know, you know what I mean. Yeah, not your suitcase, but like your baggage, your baggage and stuff like this, and they about to see you head to the airport, or they see you calling a cab or an Uber or something like this, and now word gets around because somebody you know gets back to your old partner or whatnot, or people from your community who you may know notice that you going out of town, or you may be speaking to somebody from out of town. That's all a possibility too. Then you have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is that a lot of people gonna want to get all up in your business, even though you're happy. So because this is you, new confidence, the ability to start over, and then you have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. A lot of people gonna try to get all up in your business, trying to know what it is that you're doing, where you are. Because some of you may not necessarily be going outside. And why? Part of the reason why you're not going outside, because some of you may have a new person in the apartment, house, whatever is your living space is, with you, and y'all get busy. Like I said, you may be speaking to somebody that may be out of town from you. How is that? You Leos, you put it like this. Put it like this. Right? Put it like this. There's been times where when I spoke to the people who I used to speak to, I would go to sleep, right, in here, and then they would I would end up leaving the state, right, to handle some business with my family, of course. And my so-called friends at the time would call me and be like, "Yo, where you at?" I'm not even in the same state. Don't even worry about it. Just I'll holler at you tomorrow. I'm not even in the same state. And it's just like that. Because sometimes people get up, they have the money, they get up, they leave, they travel, right? And maybe you may have had this person's number for a long time or whatnot, due to the fact that, you may have traveled once. If not, then it means that, you probably went online, talked to somebody, got them to come over. All of that stuff is possible now too. And don't be embarrassed, because I managed to bag a couple of individuals doing the same thing. Trust me, 2012, we're not even going to talk about 2012. Anyway, let's clarify the lovers. Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant. So again, people who are going to be with you, they have to put in as much work as you are. They can't be out here, right? This is you putting in work, and you want them to put in work like you, as much work as you are, to be reciprocal. You don't want these people being dysfunctional, right? Wanting you around, but being dysfunctional. They're going to have to show it. They're going to have to tell you, and they're going to have to show it. And then the Two of Pentacles and the Hierophant. Otherwise, you're going to bounce, and you'll just talk to somebody else, whether it's in your community, out of your community. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, because the World card just came up too, because it represents that it's just another element to look at, that you are not limited to your immediate living residence, right? Or your neighborhood or your city. You can go out of town for some business and end up meeting somebody, is what I'm trying to say, or have in the past, and get re in touch with them. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. As of right now, I'm trying to get this YouTube channel to 3,000 subscribers. As of right now, I have 2,971 subscribers. Please, 29 subscribers left to go. Please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.